This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Alright, y'all. Over here in the layover edition, Paris, France. Oui, oui. Oui, oui. Alright, man, on to the damn video. Let's get on to it, man. Terence Crawford. This Negro act like he can't count his money. All we seeing is a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. This guy goes on Twitter. He sits here basically thinking that he's politicking, trying to call out Errol the True Spence. You got your wife trying to fight your fights, your sister trying to fight your fights, your brother trying to fight your fights. I mean, come on. How many people is going to fight this guy fights? This is ridiculous on so many epic proportions and so many epic magnitudes. I don't know what's worse. Me going all out of whack because I'm in a different time zone, or Terence Crawford sitting here and just running his mouth. Matter of fact, running his rabbit ass mouth as if he doesn't know what he's doing. I told you guys, this guy's a welterweight. That's not really a welterweight. He's really a 140 pounder politicking like he's 147. You basically said, my buddy and me, Shawn Porter, you guys were friends. You didn't want to fight him. Then after you got off the my buddy and me situation, you turn around and said, oh no, Shawn Porter, don't mention that name. I'm not interested in fighting him. So that means you don't want to do no heavyweight lifting at the welterweight division. You got Danny Garcia. This is a guy that you lowballed. So you mean to tell me he's worth $3 million like Green Mean Machine? Does that make any sense to you guys? Then you fight a lame duck Jeff Horn. These are the people that you fought at 147. We know that this guy was basically a doormat. He was a sacrificial lamb so that you could have what we call the what Beta orders belt, or what Bob orders belt. Basically what we call the obsolete belt in boxing. This is the belt that you have. After you fought him, you fought a one-legged gimp in Jose Benavidez. This guy was touching you up upstairs and downstairs like nobody's business. He was exposing you. It took you 12 rounds to stop this guy. The first guy you fought in Jeff Horn, because I have to rewind that one. When you fought this guy, it took everything in the kitchen sink for you to stop him. Then your third fight was against Amir Khan. And in that fight, you fought a fighter that was 5 years past his prime. Danny Garcia was the first one to, what we would say, turn Amir Khan into what we call Amir Glass Chin Khan. Canelo Alvarez took it to the next level. So you fought a fighter that was already battered, broken down, and beaten up. Then you fought a guy that was 262 days on the shelf. He basically went almost a year he didn't fight. And then he stepped into the ring and fought you and knocked you down within 3 rounds. Exposed you to a certain degree. Remember, this was the guy that was the Green Mean Machine that Bo Mack said you would knock out in 3 rounds. Now you're all over Twitter, pretty much begging for the Errol the True Spence fight. Because that's what you're doing at your truest and most proper selves, right? Begging. Everybody in your family has to come out. Your sister, your wife, your brother, and you. You guys got to tag team Errol the True Spence on social media. This is ridiculous. He's addressing you, man. But I guess because it's a community affair, he has to address your family members as well, too. You can't think, Terence Crawford, that you could just get out of the bed, don't brush your teeth, i.e. when I say don't brush your teeth, I'm talking about doing no heavyweight lifting, meaning fight the Shawn Porters of the world, fight the Kell Brooks of the world, fight the Danny Garcias of the world, fight the Keith Thurmans of the world, fight the Dennis Ugas of the world, and then just show up to the party and think that, okay, it's all good. You have to understand, Errol the True Spence earned his dues. He paid his dues. You have to understand that there was a triangle situation going on at the welterweight division. They were trying to freeze him out. It was like a Cold War with Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and Shawn Porter. All these guys were ducking him. And Errol the True Spence had to pave his way in fighting Kell Brook first. You saw that he put Kell Brook on bended knee, boys to men style in the 11th round. Then he outbrawled the brawler and Shawn Porter. These are the 2 belts that he got. Look at the credible names that he beat at welterweight division. So he did his heavyweight lifting for him to be and the new IBF and WBC champion. But what are you doing? How does your resume stack up? Even Andre Ward himself said, man, I can't front. Terence Bud Crawford won't admit it because his pride won't allow him to. But he was knocked down. He was knocked down. And I told him to his face he was knocked down. Even your boy Andre Ward had to admit that. So that should tell you something, Terence Bud Crawford. We have a fundamental issue going on. And what we're seeing here is a bunch of Bud man fans and Terence Bud Crawford fanboy man crushers that are getting into this, look what Bud said. Look what Terence Bud Crawford said. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm glad I finally got me some Wi-Fi because I gotta jump on you, man. When you sitting here going barking behind a damn fence like a damn chihuahua, what do you expect? This is basically the lazy promotional scheme that Top Rank uses. Bob Arum doesn't want you to fight any one of these guys. And then Bob Arum out of his own mouth said, oh, by the way, we just got the Shawn Porter contract. See, this is what's happening. You brain full of mush and you brainwashed dodo heads. You ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. You classic dolts and you troglodytes. Rudy Poo and Plum Plum brains. You guys are sitting here and allowing yourselves to fall for the detour. Because let's keep it a buck here. All this stuff that Terence Bud Crawford is doing is to detour you away from the fact that he ducked Shawn Porter. You guys need to stick to the script. He can't run from that. He knows the sport's not going to apply unlimited pressure and relinquish it because of the fact that he ducked Shawn Porter. He ducked him. And you guys got to hold his foot to the fire for this nonsense. You can't sit here and just accept any folly that comes your way. And then all of a sudden he wants to get out of the bed. Don't brush his teeth, meaning don't do no heavyweight lifting. And he just fight Errol the True Spence. No, it don't work that way. And then how you sitting here calling out a man that just is trying to get back to boxing after a car crash? He's not even going to be paying attention to you. At least you're not going to be his first fight up. So this is who we picking on now? When we got a real welterweight that's still, you know what I'm saying, ready to go. Staying in the damn gym. Busting a sweat, and Shawn Porter that's ready to fight you. Where's this same energy for him? You don't keep that same energy, dog. You sit here in your tweet and say, I keep that same energy. No, you don't. Because where was that same energy for Shawn Porter? And y'all got to sit here and hold this cat accountable, man. I don't see the boxing fans, the boxing community holding Terence Bud Crawford accountable for ducking Shawn Porter. This is what's going on. There's a detour here. And you guys got to see it for what it is. But he knows the sport's not going to let you guys waver. He knows the sport's going to fall you right back in line with what's going on. And fundamentally what's going on is Terence Bud Crawford is ducking Shawn Porter because he doesn't want to be touched up before the Errol Spence fight. He doesn't want to get exposed. Because him and Bob Arum understands that if he fights any one of these upper echelon welterweights, i.e. your Dennis Ugas, i.e. Danny Garcia, i.e. a Keith Thurman, i.e. a Shawn Porter, I'm 100% confident that they'll touch him up even way more than what Mean Green Machine was able to do. The way that he was touching Terence Bud Crawford up with his bad fighter's DNA of hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Hit me, I'm going to hit you back. When you fight that way, you pretty much forget boxing, conventional boxing wisdom, which is to hit and don't be hit. Because now you done got sparked up, you want to get your get back. If you fight somebody that has some ability pugilistically, they can expose you. And this is why Bob Arum, Bomac, and Terence Bud Crawford are not pushing themselves. They just want to go into the Errol the True Spence fight. But I'm going to tell you why, folks. It's so that Bud could get a cash out. He knows he's going to get punished. He knows he's going to get stopped. You heard Earl the True Spence. Earl the True Spence, the way he talked in that tweet, he let his ass know. I'm going to get you. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to punish you. I'm going to maul you. Because that's what's going to happen. Big Fish is going to take the little guppies. Terence Bud Crawford is a little guppy. I told you guys about the welterweight division. And the prediction king strikes again. Every time he knows the sport talks, y'all gotta listen, man. Like a turkey, gotta gobble that thing up, man. I'm always on the thumb and the needle of a situation. And I told you guys, without Earl the True Spence, the welterweight division went from the most exciting to the most boring division in boxing. Now he's back. The excitement is back. Isn't it ironic that he shows up? Now the division is hot. Where was all of this stuff at before? Where was Terence Bud Crawford making this noise for Manny Pacquiao? None of these welterweights were talking about each other until Spence showed back up on the scene. So that should tell you guys something, man. Terence Bud Crawford is nothing but a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. He's not a boogeyman. Because you can't be a boogeyman off of the strength of fighting, i.e. lame duck Jeff Horn, i.e. one-legged gimp Jose Benavidez, i.e. 5 years past his prime Amir Khan, i.e. Green Mean Machine. That's not boogeyman material. The true boogeyman at the welterweight division is Eugenio Ugas, because nobody wants to fight him. The only person that's clamoring to get in the ring with him is Earl the True Spence. Shawn Porter does not want that get back. Keith Thurman doesn't dare mention his name. Danny Garcia has not mentioned his name. And Terence Bud Crawford hasn't mentioned his name. That's a boogeyman. Just like Luis Ortiz, until Deontay Wilder mangled him, was a boogeyman at the heavyweight division. Eugenio Ugas is the boogeyman of the welterweight division, not Terence Bud Crawford. And that's the truth of the fact of the matter. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.